Old and Achy here with another Halo Infinite campaign mission walkthrough, and this is Mission 7 Spire on the LASO challenge difficulty, which is legendary all skulls on except for the blind skulls, so you can see what weapons I'm using and a few other things. Anyway, as we start here, we want to clear out some of the banished, nearby banished, so they don't shoot at us when we start our trek to the spire itself. And got a couple of grunts over here, ghosts. And let's check out here, see if there's anybody left. Nope. Okay, so the nearby area has been cleared. And I'll switch back to my primary weapon to grapple because I don't want to accidentally pick up something and lose my tank gun. Now, there will be a couple of grunts and sometimes an elite coming up the path here. So I want to clear them out, and it'll become obvious here in a few seconds why. Yeah, I don't want to take damage. Alright, so instead of fighting our way down the road through a whole bunch of banished, including brutes and brute snipers and all kinds of bad guys, if I can even grapple here, I'm going to grapple my way up to the side of the canyon. I do not have my grapple hook upgraded at all, so this is like what you get when you first start the game. I used all my Spartan cores on my thruster. This will become obvious as we get towards the end of this mission. And anyway, what we're doing here is we're essentially bypassing a major firefight. Now, in earlier versions of the game, doing this sort of thing would not give you credit for a legendary finish, even though you're running it on legendary, skulls or no skulls. But apparently that's been fixed, because I have gotten credit for a legendary finish on this. Notice that there's no enemies to deal with. So I make my way down. Okay, let me come down here to this metal area right here. Now right below me is a forward operating base.
Let's make it ours.
And it's guarded by two camoed sword elites. That's why I'm using the threat sensor to find them. And that's one down, and the other one I think is actually on the platform. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Now this is one of those areas where you got to be a little careful, because if you launch one of these guys and they don't register as a kill, then you cannot claim the fob. And this is true everywhere in the game, which I consider to be a major glitch, because the whole point is to clear the area of the enemies, which launching somebody does. I consider that a bug in the game. Anyway, we've got the fob.
Got it.
Fob Delta.
Controls are cleared. This fob is ours. If you're looking for a good vantage point, you could be worried.
Now, the only reason I did that is because as I passed through this area, I didn't want to get hassled by the elites.
LZ confirmed. Standing by.
Okay, I don't need to do that. I'm going to grapple my way down to the spire.
I'm really curious about what's inside that Forerunner structure. Let's go find out.
Now, before we can go up the spire, we have to defeat a couple of hunters. And we also have a little bit of an issue with launching them outside the map, if you will. You can launch them and they'll come back, but if you launch them far enough, they won't come back and you're stuck. It's called a soft lock. Along with the forward operating bases, we've got that dealing with here. But they're the hunters right there. We've got to take them out to be able to activate the lift to get up to the spire, and I just launched one of them out of the area. And I just launched the other one. Okay, so I gotta wait till they kind of come back so I can take them out. I don't have to take them out in that area. I can take them out anywhere.
Who are these guys?
Just as long as I take them out.
Hunters.
And I think that might have been a problem with the game before.
Let's get rid of them so I can get us in.
Alright. Oh, there he is. Okay, one of them's down. Now I gotta wait for the other one to come back. Notice I'm using my thruster. Fully upgraded. I get 4 seconds of camo every time I use it, which is very beneficial. Not only in this mission, but in Conservatory when I got it, plus missions that follow, believe me. Alright, I'm looking for the remaining hunter here. Notice I switched over to my threats. Oh, there we go. That's the thing, with blind off, you get these little, we got a few enemies left, waypoints or tags. So he's coming back. And I'll just patiently wait here for him to make an appearance. Well, he's a hard one to take out. Now notice I'm going to take him out from distance right there. So I don't need to have them inside this area for the game to proceed. Or the mission to proceed. Okay. Now, I am running this with cutscenes, so it runs a little bit longer than obviously without the cutscenes, but I like the cutscenes because it connects the story together.
Than I expected.
Problem.
Another approach to getting here without engaging in a firefight is to go down a little bit down the down the valley floor using a thruster pack so they can't see you. That works as well, although the grappling hook around the canyon walls bit is a lot safer, and it actually is pretty easy. Now what's interesting here, as we go up, if I had damage to my shields, when I get up to the top, I've got all my shields back and my health. I thought that was interesting. Not in this particular run, but in the previous runs, when I was doing this mission, that's what would happen.
Wow, this place is exactly what you'd expect.
Now I got here a little bit quick because there was some dialogue that just kind of got snuffed, if you will, between the chief and the weapon, but that's okay. We'll run this cutscene.
Interesting. The structure has been activated using a protocol that's far older than anything I've ever seen. It knows we're here.
Welcome, welcome. Oh,
And there's Adjutant Resolution.
Sub-monitor of this installation. Loyal servant of this fallen empire who must be indisposed if I have been activated. Have you seen her?
Kinda. Do you want to tell us?
Tell me what?
The monitor is gone.
Gone. Gone. Gone.
It wasn't us.
Are you sure?
Of course, it wasn't us.
Good. 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 I was worried you were perhaps unfriendly. As you can see, this spire has been successfully deployed. This way, I presume you wish to see the observation platform?
See? He seems friendly.
We'll see.
Did you say something?
Okay, for the next couple of minutes or so, we're going to make our way to the top of the spire. Thanks to Adjutant Resolution. I don't know if you noticed, but in my weapon sight, when a little dot appears, that means that I can grapple to a point. When you don't see it, there is no grapple point to go to. And I kept forgetting about that, to be quite honest. And my grapple failure is going up the canyon walls. Alright, make sure you don't run over the edge here. I actually did that one day.
Yes, up bridge. 1 moment. Let us proceed. It is very exciting. Soon the sequence will be set, and the reformation can
Now, as we work our way to the top here, I will be using a combination of my thruster and my tank gun to finish the mission. And a couple of notes about the tank gun is, number one, you can't really run with it. 2, you can't melee with it. 3, you can't throw grenades with it. 4, if you pick up another weapon with a grappling hook and lose it, you can't get it back. And 5, when you've got the thruster pack engaged, or the thruster engaged, you don't want to do it with the tank gun equipped, because you just go into a crouch and you really don't move. So you'll see me doing that here. I'll go camo, while fire, go camo, after switching to my sword, and then a couple of thrusters, and then fire, and then switch to the sword, camo, so on and so forth. It's pretty simple. The adjunct resolution is going to fire where the fire came from. That's why you fire and move.
This is not acceptable. You were supposed to be friendly.
Alright, so as soon as we get control back, fire, switch to sword, camo, switch back to tank gun, switch back to sword, camo, so on and so forth. Pretty simple. Whoops. Alright, it's about over. One more shot. Okay. Yeah, there it is. That's it. We'll have a final cutscene here, and actually a little bit long cutscene, because it's a bridge into the next mission, and that'll be it. This is a pretty simple mission.
I have good news and bad news.
How many?
Okay, straight to the bad news. A lot.
Earlier versions of it were really bugged,
10
but it
spiders
appears now
all
that
the time.
it's working, and you get credit for finishing, and so on and so forth. So
Appear to be
that's
waiting
good.
for an initialization sequence. Something is flooding the network, trying to start it, but there's
I'll just let this play out a bit.
Why?
the protocol that triggered all this wasn't exactly correct. It worked. Well, it started the process. There's more bad news. I can't shut it down exactly, but I can remove it from the network. Of course, I can find the source of the attack. I just need to...
Wait. Is it safe?
Come on, it's me. An infiltration program designed. Oops, I think she knows I'm...
Disconnect.
Give me 1 second to get it...
Now.
It's done. Why don't you trust me?
What was that?
Maybe taking it offline wasn't such a great idea. We need to go. Like now.
Immediate extraction. My location.
Oh god, it was you, wasn't it?
Now.
I'm coming, I'm coming!
Open up. Go.
I've never really been sure whether this was truly the end of the mission, And what we see next is sort of a bridge to the next mission. But I just, I'll let it play. The next mission is Pelican Down, and we'll see
This one.
our Pelican more or less get shot down.
What's she talking about, Chief? Is everyone trying to kill you?
It kind of seems like it. Oh, wait. You're being sarcastic. He's fun. I like him.
I must be, this is a punishment, right?
Okay, here we go. Here are the 3 anti-aircraft guns that we got to take out in the next mission. Anyway, that is Spire mission on LASO challenge difficulty. Legendary All-Stars on, except for blind.
I'm going to have to make an emergency landing.
I hope you like it. I hope this helps you in your quest. This is Golden Icky signing off. Take care, everybody.